Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Tim's and Stilettos. As always, I'm your favorite girl, Davina.
Oh, and I'm the early guy today. I wasn't late. Omar,
Brava,
as always.
brava.
No, don't do that. We got some special guests in the studio today.
Yes, we have three beautiful ladies today.
Yes.
Would y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, go ahead. Who's first?
We'll leave Key for in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angie.
Okay.
I'm Jewel.
Okay.
And I'm Key.
All right.
And this is the
Part two
of our Men Are From
Mars,
Mars and Men Are From Venus
Men
series.
Are From Mars and Venus? I mean, we can't be from both.
Well, some of y'all are.
I mean, get it
Men
together
Are From
now.
Mars and Women Are From Venus series.
Okay.
And it's the ladies' turn
Okay.
to be in the hot seat.
All right. We about to start, but after your phone call go away. But yeah, so last week we had the fellas in the studio. We was extra late. We missed almost half the studio session time because of them. All because of the married guy. And what was his excuse? I gotta kiss everybody before I leave. The cat asked for a
cat,
kiss.
the dog,
The dog
the
asked for a kiss. I was like, man, listen. But we got ladies in the building tonight. So we're gonna piggyback off what we talked about last week. We had a couple of topics. But first, before we get into that, I wanna get into a show we did the week before last. We got two married ladies in the house tonight, and we want to get some clarity on this subject that was talked about. And the subject was, if you're at a wedding with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're not married yet, boyfriend or girlfriend, are they allowed to go catch the bouquet or the garter belt? Because they're your date. Can they actually
so you're
go?
in a relationship. It's your boyfriend.
Yep.
But you're not married yet. And you know how they say all the single ladies come up to catch the bouquet, or all the single guys come catch the garter. Would you be okay with your mate, who is your boyfriend,
Not married.
go? Thank you for reiterating catching for a guy the garter belt, or would you go up to catch the bouquet?
But before y'all answer, let me just throw a little spin on this real quick. So just imagine your boyfriend catching the garter belt, and one of the thickest women in the bridal party catches the bouquet. He has to go and put that garter belt on her
doesn't
thigh.
have to.
Yes, he does. That's the
does not
tradition.
have-
He
he
has to
doesn't
do
have
it.
to.
You want to mess up her wedding because that's your
That's
boyfriend?
not messing up the wedding. She already said I do.
No, this is tradition. Tradition. You gonna mess with the tradition? If that's the case, he shouldn't have participated, right or wrong. Now this is where we need insight.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm married. I am happily married for 5 years.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I am going to say that I would 100% approve of him going to do it.
Wow. Okay.
I think that we women are so caught up with, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you want to box your man in. And he becomes unhappy. So you know what? Live your life. You're not screwing her.
And it's having fun.
It's having fun. You're not effing her. You know, it's just all in fun. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna support my man.
All right. And
I agree.
you agree?
I would encourage him to go ahead and do it. One, you said we're not married.
Right.
So,
I mean, but y'all in a committed relationship though.
well,
Not
how
married.
committed? We're not married.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen. Me personally, I think you should be able to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm happily married, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, but a lot of women feel like, no, that's mine. You shouldn't be touching another woman. You shouldn't be doing that. But technically, are you really married until you get a wedding ring or you go through the ceremony? I know that we have what they call it, common law marriages and things like that, where people don't get married. They be together for like 20 years.
Well, I have a question. Let's elaborate on it a little bit.
Okay.
When something is forbidden, you know, you can't do this in a relationship, are you more prone to saying, you know what, I just want to taste that, you know, and get a little bite of that, or I want to taste a little
As
bit
a
of
man?
it? As a man.
In the relationship?
In the relationship. And is that is that a reason for a man going outside of the relationship, testing the waters, because he's so boxed in and forbidden to do certain things within the relationship?
It could be. It could be a situation of feeling trapped and encaged, and you want to be free. But at the end of the day, we are men, and we got to communicate. If we don't know how to talk to each other about what's going on in our feelings, then everybody will be cheating on each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just the honest to God truth. For men, I just think it's more easier for us to not talk because a lot of women don't listen. I'm not going to say, a lot of women don't listen when we talk. And then when we do show a side of emotion, we're considered weak to some women. So it all depends on the man, and it all depends on the woman that he has next to him and how he can communicate. If he has a woman he can't talk to, he's going to do his thing on the side, and he's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
As long as he's happy, he's going to do what he do. Come home and try to make home as happy as possible. But as long as he leave home, he's happy. He ain't going to care.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah.
I mean,
I've been married a long time, so I do agree. Communication is big. And like you said, not boxing him in. Gotta keep it a little spicy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, since you said that, let's go into the other question that Davina posed to the gentleman. Guys are out hanging out with the guys, and it's their hangout time, and she calls and say, "Hey, come home. I got a little something ready for you."
That's not what I said.
Okay.
That's not what I said.
Okay,
That's not what I said.
All right,
But
well,
okay.
Okay, you tell her how you said it.
Okay, so basically the guys were saying for their women not to call while they're out.
I don't think it was not to call. It was more of, I've been home all week. This is my one day to hang out with the fellas. Let me enjoy it. I don't think you should be like
calling
throughout the night.
That's what I said.
To
That's
you know,
what I said.
yeah.
That's what I said.
Let's give the details into it though, so that people understand what we're talking about.
She calls to ask what time, what time you coming home, because she might have sexy time ready for him when he comes home. And he's saying, "Hey, I'm out with the fellas. Do you think that's okay? Or should she wait until another time to
plan
do
sexy time?"
I would say stay ready so you don't have to get
See, I like that answer.
Okay.
See, I like that answer. See, from the fella's standpoint, it was more of, all right, so don't get me wrong. I love sexy. The men said it. They love sexy time. But why you want to do it on my night that I go out with the fellas? You could have did it this morning. You could have woken me up and gave me sexy time. You could have did it when I got home, or you could have planned for it the next day. But why, when I'm out, would you call me and say, "Hey, it's sexy time. Come on home"?
I agree, because I actually don't like anyone calling me if I'm out. Like, let
Okay.
me live.
Let me live, right?
Right.
Especially when I'm at work and I don't really go out as much. So when I have some free time, I want to really enjoy my free time. It doesn't, like my friend said, it doesn't mean that I'm out with other women. It doesn't mean that I'm doing anything wrong. It just means that I'm having some time for me at the moment.
Okay.
I think the bigger issue is the lack of transparency. If that's happening, you're not being transparent with your significant other. Like, if my husband's going out, let's talk about it. Honey, I'm going out with XYZ. We're going to be here. We're going to this place. Maybe I'll be at home around 12, 1 o'clock. So there is no gray areas. So I don't need to ring your phone off the hook every hour to find out who you're with, what you're doing, what's happening here, what's happening there. Because I already know.
I just think that's a lot of information to give out as an adult.
That's the basics. The basics are.
I just
But
think
that's relationship.
No. That's not a part of everybody's relationship. Now
No,
you
we,
could be.
we don't tell each other.
You could
everywhere
be.
we're
You could be
going.
like, hey, listen, I'm going to hang out with the
everywhere.
fellas because you know what? I can tell you one thing about fellas. We don't know until we link up what we're gonna do. So for me telling you something, I'm lying to you because I might not even go do that.
Okay.
I see that. I see
You
that.
get what I'm saying?
Well, I guess
So-
because we plan like,
Y'all-
okay, we're
exactly.
going
Yeah.
to this
Exactly.
restaurant
Exactly.
or we're
Yeah.
going
Exactly.
here. We're more likely to do that than
Right.
a guy.
Exactly, because fellas don't know until they actually, fella, what we get into tonight? Oh, y'all want to go to the bar? Nah, man, the bar be crowded. Y'all want to go play pool or something? And we juggle ideas off each other until we find one that everybody wants to do, and then we make a decision. Like,
Or
we don't
jump
call
from
each other
one to
while we in the shower, like, yo, nigga, what you doing tonight? Yo, let's just meet up on the block. That's what we do. Yo, we gonna meet on the block. So that's why I say I'm going to my homie's house. And we decide what we're gonna do when we get to the house.
Okay.
So
I
Or
get
even
that.
a quick text. Maybe he'll
Right.
shoot
Yeah.
a text.
of course,
like,
of course.
I went here after
Right,
work,
exactly.
Okay.
like that.
But some women need to be communicated with. We want to know that you're physically safe, you're okay. Yeah, there are women that are just nosy and they're controlling and they're petty. Yes. But overall, if you have a good woman that's on your team, she just wants to make sure you're okay.
You know what I think though? If your man makes you feel secure, then you don't have to
I
question
agree
him.
with that.
That's a good
I can
point.
agree. Well,
That's
I can
fair.
tell you this, that I have disclosed my location of where I was before and had that person show up.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's
That's
scary.
stalker.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
stalkerish.
Oh
Yeah, we don't
Lord.
like that.
Oh Lord. I ain't doing that. I'm
To you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. That's just
Yeah,
way
that's
too
weird.
extreme.
Was this a boyfriend?
Yeah.
This was a boyfriend.
Yeah, but it just goes,
That's
I
still
guess it's
too
along
much.
the same lines of like a woman wanting to know like where her spouse is, what are you doing? If
Right.
you're not giving the appropriate responses when you're supposed to give them. So, let me see if she's really doing what she's doing.
That's a controlling man.
That's
right
Yeah.
there.
control.
That
yeah.
sounds like insecurity.
Yeah, it's
You know, and it's a good point that you brought up. Insecurity. Insecurity brings a lot of problems into relationships, and
time.
this is something we talk about all the time about being ready to be in a relationship, like handling your business with yourself before you actually
Absolutely.
think and be with somebody else. Because we all have our skeletons that we all push deep down in our closets because we don't want to deal with it at the moment. We feel, no, I'm fine. You know, my career's going good. You know, I'm getting healthy. But the demons that's in your head, like, well, when I get with a man, it's, well, am I going to trust him? Can I allow myself to be vulnerable around him? It depends on what you went through in your life. So, letting yourself be free and clear of all them extra demons before you start a relationship is important.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
What's the next question?
Oh man, you know the fellas always got something to say. So they always got something to say. So the next one was, all right, what do you think is the biggest disconnect between men and women?
Good one.
That's an interesting.
I'll lead while y'all talk, while y'all think about it. So for men, we feel our biggest disconnect is how we are viewed. Every woman has a different view of a man. Every woman has a different way a man is supposed to act according to what they was raised and how they was brought up. The man is supposed to act the way their mother told them how a man is supposed to act. And every parent ain't tell their child the right way a man is supposed to act. Let's just be honest. So, for instance, you meet a woman, well, my mother told me a man pays for everything. My mother told me he treats her like a queen. My mother told me he does everything, and I just make sure the house is taken care of. Yeah, that would have worked in 1950, 1960, but this is not the 1950s and 60s. Don't get me wrong. Men do take care of their women. Men do provide and take care of their household. But at the end of the day, we are in a world now where you have to prove to somebody what you can do, because if not, it's think that they're going to be used. If you understand what I mean. If you don't show that you are down to help and build, it just seems like you just want to be taken for a ride.
As a woman wants to
In
be
both
taken
cases,
for, okay.
in both cases, not just for men, but for women as well. If a woman is a strong CEO, her own company, doing everything in the world, and she gets a man that really doesn't want to work and don't mind staying home and taking care of the kids and just doing little side jobs to make money, if he doesn't show that he can be a protector, provider, what if she might feel some type of way about it. Now, the same thing with a man. If a man can take care of everything in the household, doesn't really need a woman to do anything but take care of the kids and do the odd jobs, and she doesn't show that she can do something more than that, does he have the right to feel that he's being taken for a ride as well?
I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all go.
So you're talking more about gender roles, I'm
Well,
assuming.
No, not gender roles. It's just a disconnect because, like I said, we all have our own thought process of what a woman's supposed to be and what's a man supposed to be.
Right. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go.
So I was just thinking, like, I think the problem comes in where women and men are doing the same thing. Like, I'm working, you're working.
Right.
But again, you still want me to do X, Y,
Y,
and Z
Z.
instead of splitting that as well. Like, I shouldn't always have to come home and cook, and I shouldn't always have to clean up after you. You should be able to do those things as well.
Exactly.
So,
And
Yeah.
to piggyback off of you, if there's one thing my mother told me all the time is when, as a single mother, she said, I'm going to raise you to take care of yourself to where you don't need a woman, that when you get a woman, she'll be a better asset to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you learn how to cook, clean, and do everything you have to do already, when a woman come in suggesting that she can do that, I don't need you for that. I can do that myself. You get what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. And some men don't know that part of being a man until they get later on in life, and they have to do it for themselves once they start to become an adult.
I agree with both of you guys. I think that, you know, some people go into it with an expectation.
Right.
Or like the saying, oh, you know, if I have a child for this man, he's going to want to be with me. Or if I get married, this is going to change and this is how it's going to be, or whatever. And it's just not real. It's like you're living in this fantasy world, assuming that when you get a ring, this is going to happen. When you get a baby, this is going to happen. You need to have clear understandings of, you know, the expectations from one another.
Okay.
And there was another point I want to mention, but I can't think of it right now. Yeah, just having that expectation. This is what I expect. This is what I think, blah, blah, blah. One thing I think is important, and you guys may disagree with me, but I think for me, this was like key in my relationship, living with that person before you get married, before you have children.
I
think
not
that's-
agree
I
with
think
that.
that's-
Guys,
We
take
lived
a
together
sip.
for a little while.
and she's 20 years married, y'all.
take-
20 years.
Let me take a sip. Right?
It's
He doesn't
important
agree.
He doesn't
because
agree.
Tell us.
I feel like it's important because if we're just dating and then all of a sudden we get married, now we move in together, and you start to see all the annoying things,
I agree with you.
that's gonna cause major
Friction and
friction.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you.
So, how long did you guys live together before?
We lived together, I want to say about 2 years.
Were you engaged at that time, or were
we
you
did get engaged and-
during
Aha.
you living
yeah,
together?
while we were living
That was
together.
No, but they were
that's my
they
viewpoint. See,
but they
that's-
lived together before they got engaged.
No. She said they was engaged.
We were living together, and then he proposed.
After.
After.
How long y'all was together, living together before you proposed?
I want to say about a year and a half.
Well, what's your gripe about people living together before?
I don't have a gripe. It's just I just feel like as a man and as a woman, when we get together, I'm not with that. I'm not with it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll come over and you can have a drawer and all that other stuff, but you can stay a weekend and all that other stuff. But I just feel that it should be separate until I know for sure that I want you to be in my life forever. And once I propose to you, then that's when we can move in. Once I propose to you and I want to make you my wife, I feel that within that year or that 2 years of about to get married, that's more than enough time before we get married to get to see how each other lives and adjust to each other's living together. The thing about living together while you're not married or not in that stage is because sometimes it becomes too much. You start to get too comfortable with the fact of living together, and sometimes the thought of marriage doesn't come to your head. You already got my girlfriend living at home with me. I mean, she's not stressing marriage, and then you wind up in a 15-year
Most
common
women
law
in our
marriage.
age group are now starting to stress it.
I'm not saying that
We
you're
not.
not. I'm just
And
saying.
I
I'm just
feel
saying.
Like, I feel like sometimes that can be taken for granted.
Yeah, when you move in too early with somebody and y'all just start living together and making a house together, because what happens is you start to build, everything else comes natural, right? Especially if you're a person with a hard career and you work a lot, time flies. And before you know it, you've been living together 5 years with no thoughts of marriage or nothing. Y'all just been taking trips, enjoying each other's life and company, and it's just the stresses of life. Y'all go with it together. But I feel that if you're dating properly and then, y'all have the time where y'all spending time together and things like that. But then once y'all make that move, once he makes the move to make her a fiance,
But
then I think you should move in and just go from there.
I think like my husband always said he knew that I was the one. That he said men can tell
Right.
within the first
Right.
couple dates if they want to marry you. And I would always be like, that's weird. I need time. He's like, I'm telling you.
So let me just clarify. I'm not saying move in with someone you've dated for just a couple months. I'm saying when
that's
you
the new
think,
norm.
when you think this is the one for me, that's when you make the decision
course.
to share a house with them,
No, I
not before that.
I
And we
definitely
were
agree.
friends first before anything. That's number one. We had a nice friendship too.
And that's another thing that's important with relationships is building friendships before you actually get into a relationship with somebody. I say that all the time. I preach it to the most.
Yeah.
I also preach that you should date more than one person at a time while you're dating, no more than two, because you put all your eggs in one basket. That basket falls.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
When you say dating, and I'm not disagreeing with you, dating more than one person at a time, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I want to understand, when you say dating, are you saying a sexual relationship as well, or you're just saying we go out to eat?
I'm saying dating, and I'm saying, when I say dating, I'm saying we're adults. I'm saying
Whatever happens, happens.
I'm saying we're adults. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do, and I'm not going to do anything I don't want to do. If we come to an agreement where we want to get to intimate with each other, then that's something that we both agreed on while dating. Once we become intimate, that doesn't mean I'm your man because you gave me some. Doesn't mean that.
See,
Yeah.
for me,
It doesn't
we
mean
in a
that.
relationship.
See,
Once
and
I get-
that's what I'm saying. So this is why. See, this is why you have to have conversations with the person you're dating, because some people might not understand the fact that, well, listen, I'm dating, and like having sex is anywhere. You can get that anywhere. You don't have to date somebody to have sex with them. You can. If you really want it that bad. An old man said this, and I never forget this. An old man down south. We was in South Carolina, my brothers and them, and he said, my brother asked him, he said, oh, you pimping, man, where you going? He said, man, I'm about to go for my regular appointment. He's like, your regular appointment? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll go get me a nice little joint, and I go to the hotel. And he said, my brother said, why you do that? He said, well, you do it every day, but you pay more money because you dating the same woman. See, I get a different woman every time I want, and I ain't got to.
Oh my God.
And I thought it was funny, but it made sense because he's like, I'm older. I'm really not going to find nobody in my age and where I live at right now. So I want companionship, and I want it for a while. I'm going to pay for it.
But I
want
think that
ass.
He's a
people
man. He has
settle.
needs.
People settle. It's like, this is what I'm going to get. This is what I'm going to do. I see a lot of that, and I'm just going to take what I can get. And then they'll try to make you feel bad for being in a relationship.
Right. It's a huge disconnect with
Very.
men and women where is this my man? Is this my woman? Is it's I'll be honest, when I was dating my husband, I wanted a verbal commitment in the beginning. I wanted you to verbally say, you are mine, I am yours,
Exactly.
and he was like, no. We got to let it grow organically.
I like him. He's a smart guy.
He's a very smart guy. So, but we don't really know where is that line, because it's not for us. It's not black and white. It's men said, oh, you could get sex from anywhere. So we're thinking we're in a relationship, and you guys are thinking you're not, and that's.
You got to talk, though. I mean, you can't just automatically think that you're in a relationship with somebody after you gave him some sex. I mean, if this was maybe a time maybe back in the days, and maybe I'm not even going to say back in the days, because they was being free back in the days. They was free. They was free to do whatever they wanted
I would
to do.
communicate that.
But you have
from
to.
early on, like
Yes.
Your
Here and
expectation,
there
you
it
have
is.
to
Yes.
communicate your expectations when
Absolutely.
you're dating. Listen, I'm gonna let you know right now, we're dating, but I'm telling you right now, once we take it to where I give you my body, we're on another whole ball game of dating.
Yes.
Like
It's-
we're not dating
sex
now, man.
complicates
Now
things,
we are
right?
exclusively
Amen.
dating, because I don't just do it with anybody. You know what I mean? Like so, once the words are said and is let known from before it happens, then if it happens, then he knows what he got himself into, because you told him. You told him, like, I'm telling you right now.
But it's so it's okay for men, but when women
It's okay for women, too.
But remember the whole Lori Harvey
Lori Harvey.
when she came out and she's like, I'm dating this person.
I
I'm dating
respect
that.
it. She's a grown
Good,
woman.
that's great. But a lot of people, said some negative
Right.
things about
Because-
her.
The titles
Because
are different.
it's because of society. And
Yeah.
Right, that's
and-
what she's saying. It's
yeah,
society.
Yeah.
Fuck society. I'm just being real.
I mean,
fuck society. Who?
I'm at the point where I'm.
They don't pay your bills. They don't make sure you're fine. They don't make sure you're warm. They don't make sure your kids is good. Fuck society. They're gonna always have something to say. And if you worry about what society has to say, then you're never really fully gonna live your life. And I tell this to everybody. I don't care if you're a woman that has 2 dick appointments in one night. If you clean yourself and you make sure you're good,
Just thinking about something like
you
that.
live your life. You live your life. At the end of the day, I can't judge you for doing it because a man will do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't judge you for it, so I cannot be mad at you because you lined up. Maybe
You would do that?
Maybe your first.
You got 2 appointments in one night?
Did I ever have 2 appointments? In one
Yeah.
night? How did it get to me?
You brought it up.
I'm a man of abstinence and
Oh,
purity.
I love it. I love it. No, but I like
got to lie, Craig.
I like how you think. I've always
Right.
respected
just-
your way of thinking and how you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just being real. I don't judge, and I've always been. I'm not a judger. Things happen in life. I think the one thing that probably people will say is that he's very nonchalant. Like he just don't care about nothing. I do care. If you see the way I am with my daughter, you know I care. Like I'm
Do
a
you
very
feel you feel like women feel that way about you when you're dating them, that you don't care?
I could tell you that right now. Women feel that they don't think I care when I date because I do care, but I know life happens. If you call me today and we're supposed to go out in an hour and you say, hey, listen, something came up, I can't go. All right, cool. Just let me know when you're free. That's my answer.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I mean, I get
and
that.
some women be like, that's it.
Right.
You're not going to say why. I'm not your man. Why am I questioning you? Why? Why am I asking you all these other questions? You called and said you can't make it. I respect it. You're telling me we're gonna hook up, meet up another time.
But if they
I
wanted you
respect
to
it.
know, they would tell you. Like,
Right.
there have been times, and I'm just going to put, we are not dating. Let me just, ladies and gentlemen, we are not dating. But I have called him and been like, I can't do a live because my cramps or whatever. And
Oh, we know about
the
those cramps.
the level of care is like, do you need anything? Do you need me to send you something? Do you need me to bring you something? So it's just,
I get
to
what
me,
you're
that's a
saying.
game. If it's like, oh, I can't go, but you're expecting that person to ask you what's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
And just say it.
Yeah.
My
Right,
kid is sick.
exactly.
I'm sick.
Right.
My car broke down or whatever. Because you never know what
right.
somebody is
So,
going to offer.
Do you guys think we expect too much from other people?
Yes.
That's the biggest
Sometimes,
problem
yeah.
with people.
I
in life
just
is
think-
expectations.
That's a good point too. I just think as women, you have a different way of viewing things from men, and it's because y'all nurturers. And when somebody say they can't do something, the whole thing comes in your head. It's like, oh my God, what's wrong? That's the first thing that pops in your head.
Right.
What's wrong? You okay? And you can't help it because you're a natural nurturer. As men, we're more not so much of a nurturer, but we're more laid back. So we'll probably be like, oh, you all right? You good? Okay, cool. Then holler at me later.
Right.
And then some women be like, well, damn, nigga, I like you care a little bit. Like, damn.
But that goes back to your original question about the disconnect.
Right.
I think it's communication.
Right.
That's the biggest disconnect.
I mean, it would be different if she told you what was wrong. Like, I got into a car accident. You were like, all right.
Yeah.
Word, like,
Right,
Talk to you
exactly.
later.
yeah, like that'd be something totally different.
Call me when they AAA get
Yeah.
there.
Did they come yet? Oh man, damn! I'm sorry you waiting out there all this time. Man. If a man doesn't offer to come to you if you're in an accident that you've been dating and having sex with, then I think that should be the last
It's a red
time y'all
flag.
date.
I wouldn't call him
Red flag.
in
Ever
my-
again. Red flag, red flag,
Yes,
red
yes.
flag.
Okay.
Yes.
So y'all just throwing them out there. That was the next. So what's up with all these red flags for the men? Like, let's go into red flags. Go ahead,
It's
speak
so
on
funny.
it.
It's so funny to me because
Speak on it.
for me, it's clear. I
Mm-hmm.
don't need red flags. Like I can tell from the bat if he's into me, if he's not into me. I don't. That's me. Like
Right.
you don't have to show me 20 different things that's wrong with a
Yeah.
man to then acknowledge and say, you know what, something's wrong with him.
That's your God given. It just
I
comes
mean,
to you. You
it
just know.
Maybe so, but I think a lot of women choose to put the blindfolds
Yeah,
over
they
their
do.
I
eyes
think
and
so, too.
pretend.
But I think
9
sometimes
times out
people
of
are
10.
trying to give the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, well, maybe it's not a red flag. Like,
I agree.
maybe I'm
So-
being too critical.
Maybe they were
Because
just
women
having a
can be
bad
like,
day
Some
and
women
they
just want it to work.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
just
sometimes
want
they
that
want
thing
it
to
to
work.
work.
That
Yeah.
they'll accept whatever.
Can
Right.
Yeah.
I just add to that? I just want to say that y'all give men too many chances.
I think
I
so
just
too.
wanna-
I
so
agree.
too.
I agree.
Let's be
I
real.
agree.
I know the fellas are probably like, nigga, why are you telling them this? Let's be honest. I just think
I
that
agree.
when you see somebody that's an attractive man, it has a little bit of your list. We don't forget about that list. We all know how that list is. If you got some things on them lists, you tend to like be more acceptive to some things you do because you're afraid of not meeting a man that has the same qualities on
Yeah.
the list.
I agree. 100%.
Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't even say that because I actually don't have a real list. Or
You
anything.
have
I've
a,
never had
Yeah,
you
I don't-
got a list.
I don't think I have. I just need you to be.
I don't think it's
to not
prioritized.
working, love me.
have a job.
That's a
don't
list.
Don't be a liar.
That's a list. That's a list.
But that
Yeah.
goes, I guess, maybe even just for friends, and don't try to put your hands on.
Right,
Like,
exactly. Boom, and then that's
and
it.
we good.
Okay.
I think I'm just very.
Have y'all seen the Venus list?
Ooh. Ooh, Davina.
First of all,
Why do you look like
I
that?
have edited my list.
Ah.
It is 2 pages, not 3.
Right.
It's actually 2 columns and not.
2 columns.
It's 2 columns.
I ain't have to get the look though.
So let me ask you, how soon is too soon before sharing that list with someone you're dating? Like on the first date, are
Hell
you
no.
supposed to be like, you
Nope.
gotta be this, you gotta be this, you gotta be this? Or do you need a couple months or weeks before you actually
I need a
share?
couple of dates.
Yeah,
Dates.
I would definitely
Dates.
say some dates because
Yeah.
the first date is a connecting date to see if
Mm-hmm.
you have common interests, to see if y'all can even hold a conversation
And
together
breaking the
to,
ice.
to date again because that's important. I mean, you don't want to have a date with somebody. This is why I never understood why people want to go to lounges and bars for first dates because
Or the movies.
how can you possibly have a conversation with
Right.
somebody where it's a loud atmosphere and
Right.
get to know them?
Because they don't want to.
I honestly think that you should always be going. I think the first date should either be lunch or breakfast.
Can I add to that? I agree with you, but I also think that one date is not enough to X somebody off and say, you know what, I'm done. I'm
It
not
is.
gonna.
It is. It depends
It
on what
depends
happens
on
in that
what-
date.
I think it depends
Hell
on.
yeah.
I think it depends on what
Otherwise,
it is.
no, you
If it's,
can't
if
judge
it's,
it by one
if
date.
it's an extreme situation where you're
Man.
not physically attracted or something happens, yes. But I'm
Nah,
saying
if you chewing with your
Angie.
mouth open, I'm not.
Angie, if
I'm
I
not
meet
going
you-
out on
they-
another date with you.
Can I
Ever.
get some love over here? If we go on a date and you
that's a
chewing
deal
with your
breaker.
mouth
Hell
open,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not calling you
over.
later. I'm
well, can I explain? I definitely think the first date you get the representative. You get
Yes.
you know the hair is right, the makeup is right, everything is right. But are you really learning that person?
Can I tell you something?
Go
The
ahead.
representative can stay around for 3 years, depending on the person you're talking
Absolutely,
to.
It's true.
absolutely,
So
Very true.
absolutely.
that right there,
But you start to break down those walls after hanging out a couple more times. So I don't know. I just think
That's
that
where the
having
red
a couple
flags come
dates.
in.
it depends on the person you're dating. Because this could be a serial dater where a person just dates just to date, and he knows the ins and out, or she knows what to do to make people lower their guard, to make them feel that they're ready to be in that dating field or hold them to a high standard. So the representative is also always around, and me personally, I love the representative because I like to have fun with the representative.
Oh, I like that.
Listen, I'll play with the representative as long as you want to play. I'll play.
My goodness.
Let's play. I can play games too. I love chess. You like chess? Checkers?
Like checkers.
Connect Four. Davina never beat me in no game. She always get
You
her
are a
behind me.
liar. Don't come on here trying to lie like that. Don't do that. I did not try to embarrass you in front of your little friends. Don't do that.
Not the
Hold
little.
on, why
Male
you gotta be
friends.
little?
Male friends.
Just because a few of them was short, you ain't got to talk about them like that, Davina.
No, actually, I looked at that picture. I was the shortest one in that picture.
No, you wasn't. Lou was the shortest one. He's like 4'4". No, I was just playing Lou. I'm just joking, Lou.
Your friend said that, Lou. If you hear this, your friend
I'm
said
just
that.
joking, Lou. I'm messing with you. Nah, Lou was like
Kevin
Lou was like
Hart,
5'7".
Oh, well, maybe because he was on the end.
Yeah,
I didn't
Davina,
see that.
you were taller than most.
Thank
Of,
you.
you were taller than my friends that was there. Maybe you and Light might be the same height.
I think so.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
yeah, they're not little friends. They're grown men. All right,
They are grown men.
with big statures, so don't call them little.
Light didn't have a big stature.
Whatever. But I wanted to bring up something that I saw on social media earlier today, and I was looking for the picture, but I couldn't find it. It was a trend going around right now on social media where I think I'm trying to quote this as best as possible. It said, "Why do men think they're the catch?" I don't know if anybody's seen it. It said,
I saw that foolishness.
Oh Lord.
Because that made me mad. It really did make me mad.
Wait a second.
He goes to work. He pays for everything. He does this. He dicks down the girl. So why?
It was nothing about DDD in there.
No, the one I saw had it in
They
there.
added it, but
You added
I
that?
wish I could see it so I could read it word for word to get a real perspective of it. But I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna put it on the page if I ever find it. That's what I was looking for. I know
Did you
I liked
send it
it.
to me?
As a matter of fact, I think I did. Good. You know what? You're smart, Davina. I appreciate you sometimes. You know that. Sometimes
Sometimes.
yeah, because sometimes I be late and you be mad at me. I'm just.
That's your-
All right, so I do have it. Yeah, I got it.
You're
So
welcome.
you're welcome. Yeah, I appreciate you. Like I said, it says, "Why do males think they the catch?" And it said, and this is a woman who answered. She said, "Honestly, because and she put real in big quotes. Real men are the catch. When you think about it, men don't need women for anything. They can cook, they can clean, etc. by themselves. We as women wait for a man to propose to us, which would make them the catch because as women, we are looking for someone to lead, protect, provide, amongst other things. I will go into more details, but this isn't really a convo to be had." What's your thoughts on that?
She's a pick-me girl.
Yeah.
She's not a smart woman.
She's a pick-me girl.
A what?
A pick-me girl. One of those girls who, like, they make comments like that for other men or for other people. Like, yes, sister,
Oh,
yes,
I
you
see.
understand. You get it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yes. She's a pick-me
Gotcha.
girl.
No, she's dead wrong. That
So y'all think she's wrong all the way around? You don't think that men can be a catch?
I'm not saying that you can't.
exactly.
So then what is she saying wrong that you don't agree with?
Because number one, what if I'm in a lesbian relationship? Then a man isn't doing anything for me.
And that's
So,
what I was
but can
gonna
I say something?
too.
Then this doesn't apply.
Yeah.
If it don't apply, let it fly. Plain and simple.
But
if
you
you're a
can't
lesbian,
say it's
no,
only,
listen, wait, listen, boo. Listen. Let's pray on this. Jesus. if you're a woman that likes women, then a man being a catch should never even be in your mind. You wouldn't even take offense to him saying that because you don't even like a man. So
Okay.
you would be like, oh, this is some bullshit they about to fight over. This is good pop. Let me get some popcorn and read this.
But to hear another woman say all
Yes.
of that
Yeah.
as if we can't do
Exactly.
a lot
The
of
same,
the same things.
same things.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Like
we're
Davina
both
said, we
attached.
come together now. You don't even need a man.
Yes.
I agree.
Because if a man can cook and clean, so can we. Because that's
Y'all-
something that
to
we
be
as
totally honest with
women
you-
were raised to do from a little girl. We get the doll houses and the play vacuum cleaners and the play stoves and things like that, and y'all get the GI Joes to go out in combat with.
That's
We're
right.
So-
working these days.
Exactly.
But I'm not debating any of that, and you're absolutely right. Women are the catch, and let's get it straight though. Finding a good woman is the catch. But for me, what pointed out was the fact that the real was inside quotation marks, because this is the point of not just any man, a real man. Now let's throw out a scenario. You could put a woman in a room with 20 men, and I guarantee you she's only going to find 2 of them that's going to be everything that she needs in her life. Because one out of every 20 males don't have it. And this
Okay.
is statistics around the world
Yeah.
with women. 1 out of every 20 men you meet will really get your interest.
But I don't think that you're gonna find anyone that's gonna give you everything you want.
You're
Oh,
not.
exactly. There's no
80-20.
perfect individual in this world.
80-20 rule.
There's no perfect individual in this world. We're nobody's perfect. Nobody's gonna have it all together. We're all gonna have something wrong that we don't like. Like she's gonna sleep wrong, or she's gonna do something wrong. The way she scratch her head is annoying. You know what I mean? Or you know, we're all gonna find something that we don't like in somebody. Well, at the end of the day, is that enough to not consider this person to be perfect for you?
You gotta pick your battles.
You do.
And what's the biggest battle that you pick to win dating? Let's go into that. What's the biggest battle? The married people can't talk.
Oh no.
I got a question for them in a minute. We're going to ask the single ladies in the building.
Okay.
I have to think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Davina, what's
Let's
your biggest?
go.
All right, Richard Lawson, if you're listening, don't worry about it. She's coming back to you, okay, boo? Don't worry about it.
I'm taking that. I'm screenshotting that picture. I just want you to know that. One thing that you can't do, you cannot be lazy. You cannot be someone who is unmotivated, because that is going to turn me off. I have so much, and this may be conceit, but I have so much ambition inside of me. I have so much that I want to do. To sit there and look at somebody who wants to just be in the bed all day, bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And a liar. If I constantly catch you and them little lies turn into big lies. So don't do it. It's just stupid.
That's why I don't lie, because I can't lie for shit. I'm honest.
You just told a lie right there.
No, I didn't.
I'm just
I'm honest.
playing.
I'm
And snoring.
Snoring. I was thinking snoring.
listen. Don't date a big guy because he's gonna snore. I'm telling you right now, don't date a big boy because he's definitely
Get
gonna
some little
snore.
earbuds.
If you want a
Get
man
some
that don't
earbuds.
snore,
I get up too early in the morning to have you
Listen.
disturbing my sleep.
I'm gonna tell you, if you don't date a big guy, you have to either put
Or
him
go
on.
to sleep before
Nope,
him.
or you put him on his side, which is
Yeah, you got to put him on his
put
side.
him on his side. Don't let him sleep on his back. If you let him sleep on his back,
It's over.
He's going to town. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Hibernation. It's hibernation.
telling
For
you
real.
right now.
Yeah, that's true.
All
That's
right,
true.
so that's it. Snoring,
You have to. I agree with Davina. You have to be motivated.
motivated.
I need you to be doing something.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't like liars,
Mm.
especially about petty things. Like some. Not that any lie is acceptable, but sometimes people lie. You can understand why they lie. But when people start lying about stupid things, you know it's something more to it. Right? And I can't trust you.
Sometimes men lie because women can't handle the truth.
I don't know. I actually
Ooh.
had
That's
a
deep.
friend who told me, like, he would tell his wife little lies. And I'm like, why are you lying? Like, why don't you just tell her this is stupid?
Because she's
Like,
not going to understand.
He's like, I mean, sometimes you just gotta lie.
I'm serious.
We all do it. I was like,
I honestly think, to the married women in the room, I know your husbands are angels and they're great. They're great men, and I am not picking on them at all.
Funny.
But have you ever caught your man in a lie and said, "Why the hell you lie for?" Has it ever happened? Like you was like, "You ain't had to lie about that. You could have told me."
I would say no.
I'ma
I
say
think sometimes I do it.
Oh.
And I get caught.
Hide the Amazon packages, huh? Oh. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
My husband is very transparent. He
Okay.
gives it to me raw and just says, "Listen, this is what it is. This is where we at. This is what's going on." He's very.
This is not that type of show.
I don't mean it like that. I mean he's just very truthful.
Okay.
He's very truthful. That's
Good.
one of the reasons why I decided to spend the rest of my life with
That's
him,
great.
because I can trust him and he can trust me, and he knows he can tell me anything and I can tell him anything. Some people are not like that in their relationship. It starts off as a lie. It starts off where you guys are telling little white lies and they
Yes.
become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, that's a
Trans-
problem.
Transparency is like number 1 on my list.
Yes.
Like you could be honest with me. You don't like me, fine. Listen,
Somebody do.
I
my
feel
mother
like that too.
always told
keep me
me,
in the dark.
no
Yeah,
does
right.
not kill you.
Right.
A person telling you yes and then doing something behind your back, which can kill you, is more hurtful.
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me from the gut. If I'm not your type, I'm not your type. But don't make me go out and court you and do everything I gotta do, and then I'm not really your type, and I waste
Right.
my time.
Yes.
Tell me no. I'm fine with hearing no, because you know what you like, somebody else will love. So I don't mind
love
being told no.
honesty.
Honesty goes a long way. But sometimes, let's be real, ladies, that the ladies cannot accept honesty. They can't accept a man being truthful with them. And what I mean by a man being truthful is, suppose you're dating, and as a man, if you're dating more than one man, I don't never expect a man to say, "Hey, I'm going out another date with my other chick." I never expect that. But if a woman does ask, "Hey, what you doing Saturday night?" and you just be like, "Hey, I got a date," I don't think that's bad information. It's being honest, because
It
if
might
you already
sting, but I get
but
it.
it's honesty. But some
Yeah.
people, after you say that, I was like, "Well, I didn't need to know that." Like you could have just said you was going out. But then if I would have went out and I would have bumped into you,
Right.
you would have been like, "Why you ain't tell me you was on a date?"
Well, yeah.
Right or wrong, because you never.
Yeah.
The world is small. You
It is.
never
You
know.
never
You go
know.
out and you bump right into somebody. Oh, you say you was going out. You ain't say you had a date. But then it's like you
Catch 22.
you know, like what do you
it's
do,
true.
right?
Right.
So you either tell them and then you wind up not telling them and you wind up bumping into them and then like, oh nigga, you out with a damn, and now it's a scene. And you know I date multiple people already, but you making a big scene, right? But you know, it's just
Well,
them
then you just found out that person really ain't for you if
Exactly.
you ain't making a
Exactly.
scene, because that's what we
Exactly.
not doing.
exactly. And-
No.
but what's the best part of being married for you guys?
I think for me, it's having that partner that he wants better. And don't take this the wrong way. He wants better for me than I want for myself. He's always like, no, you're going to do this. No, you're going to start this business. You're going to do this. You can do this. You can do, having that support for everything, whether it comes to my health, going places, doing things, whatever. He is team Angie 100% of the time. And that's hard to find. When
Yeah.
you're dating somebody, you don't know if they're using you,
Right.
they want you for your money. We're partners
Right.
in everything. Business, at home, with our child, everything is a partnership. And I think that's the best part of being married, knowing that that person has your back in every situation.
Absolutely. For me, my husband is a soft place to land, and that's how I could just sum that up.
Yeah.
Everything you said, Angie, and just having that soft place to land.
Because a lot of people when they're dating and they say, like you just said, a lot of people feel that you should always date someone who cares about you more than you care about yourself. That's how you know they care about you.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely.
So that's a true statement.
And I pray that, everyone has that.
Yeah,
Because
for
we
sure.
all deserve to be loved that way,
Yes.
But
I can tell you that Angie do mean that. Because Angie and I have had conversations where she'll be like, no, that's not the person for you. She literally has, and be like, okay, I like him. He did that. Mm-hmm, girl, yes.
Yeah, because I want you to be happy. I
Yeah,
mean, you deserve it.
we all deserve happiness
you all
and
deserve
somebody that makes us be the best that we could be in every day possible. So what's the best part of being single for the single people?
I get to do what I want.
walk like a mountain.
No, for real. That's the best part of being single. And not saying that when I get into a relationship, I'm not going to be open to, hey, I'm going here, I'm doing this or whatever. But right now, being able to just be like, what y'all doing on Friday? Let's go.
Can I just say something though? Even when dating, you should still be able to do that. Even when being in a relationship, you should still be able to do that because I just think that
Oh, no, I'm still going to be, no. I'm still going to do that.
Okay.
But I don't, the only person I need to tell where I'm going is Sasha. And Sasha ain't talking back because if she do, she getting out my house. But you see what I'm saying? I don't need to be like, hey, babe, did you have something planned for us? Or, let me see what Richard is doing Friday before I can make plans. I can just make plans.
I get it.
I just want to just say something. I think totally different. I think on the road, but if you come to me and tell me you're going out on Friday and I did have something planned for Friday, I would just alter my plans and change it for another day. I wouldn't want to make you feel bad by telling you about something I had planned. Now you feel like you want to second guess where you're going out because I had something planned. If you say, hey, babe, I'm going out with the girls Friday and I had something planned, I didn't tell you it was a surprise, I just changed my plans and changed it for another day.
No, but see, I would change my plans with the girls. My
Be-
husband
yeah.
comes first.
No,
Exactly.
but as a man, I'm just saying, I wouldn't want you to miss your time with your friends, especially when I know you had a hectic week and you need your girl time. You all need your time with your girls. You need your time to relax. And me, I'm there. I'm always going to be there. And I can make 2 days in a row just about us. But that one night with the girls, it doesn't happen every night. It doesn't happen every week. So when it does happen, you should be able to just enjoy it when you can.
Okay.
Compromise.
I accept that.
Okay. All right. Well,
Well, what's your favorite part about being single?
So, I work a lot.
Yes, you do.
And, and I'm never home, so I'm not disappointing anyone.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a good
that's a
That
good one.
is. That's excellent.
I think you guys are going to make beautiful wives.
Oh,
If that's what you decide. Not
So
that every
much-
woman
Is that
needs
a
to be a wife.
bias? Is that a biased response?
the girl man's is so real in here today.
The girl man. I love it.
The girl, man.
You know how you be like, y'all having a bromance moment.
Yes.
This is having a girl man's
Yes.
moment. All right, well, the best part about being single is there is no best part. We all want somebody to come home to. We all want somebody to spend time with. I think the best part of being single is finding you and learning
Nice.
more about yourself and becoming more in tune with what you want and what you need in your life. That's the best part. People come and go all the time, so some people bring positives, some people bring negatives, but either way, you learn something from everybody.
Right. And when you're in a relationship, you're also learning. Like
Yeah.
I'm still learning
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
about me, and as I grow and my partner shows me what is best for me, like it's all a journey, and it's all about always learning and bettering yourself.
And I say this all the time with Davina. I think it was our first episode, Dating Self, and I was like, well, even when you're dating somebody, you're still learning more because the person you're dating brings out so
Brings
much
out,
more
yep.
in you that you didn't even know you had inside of you
Yes.
because of the pushing, because of the pulling, because of the affirmations and talking life into you and speaking into you. You just do things that you never thought you could do, but you never knew you had that in you until you get the right person to push it out of you. You know? So,
I agree.
Davina,
Sir,
J Artistry. Nah, I'm just
at your service.
final take.
Right. No, not me, them.
But this is your group. You're supposed to lead it. No?
So,
Well, I get the eye roll of the century just now. I hope y'all caught that on camera, the eye roll.
no, because I was looking this way. Boom. So, what is your ladies' takeaway on today's episode?
I think for me it's not generalizing men and judging men, like really having a conversation with them because we don't know what they think, so we can't always assume, and it's like you said, just converse, have the conversation, talk.
I agree.
It builds stronger relationships.
Conversation
Communication is
goes
key.
away.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's going to be the title of this episode.
No, it's
Communication.
Mars versus Venus Part 2. That's the title of this episode.
Whatever. Whatever.
What's your takeaway, Joel?
Understanding the intentions of your mate.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a good one.
Oh.
I like it.
And yeah, like I said, communication.
Communication.
Communication. I think that's the biggest thing in any type of relationship, whether it's
Right.
friends, marriage, dating. Communication. If you don't communicate, nothing's gonna work.
Yeah.
I agree.
Agreed. Go ahead, big boss.
Richard Lawson, I'm still waiting. I'm giving him so many keys and clues.
He's
into,
learning. He's learning. He's
yeah,
coming.
so
Richard is
let's
coming.
go.
And he ain't gonna have one of his suspenders either. He's gonna be like Stefan.
No, I don't want Stefan. I want Richard
Oh, you want
Lawson
Urkel?
with the glasses and
Okay.
the suspenders and the wingtip shoes.
Wingtips are good. Depends on. I saw.
Well, no, because
I'm
then
sorry,
you can
this
slip
is
and slide.
So
and-
off topic.
Never
Last
mind.
night, I was in home last night and I seen a man in a one-piece romper.
Outside?
Yes. Yo, he had a one pants, long sleeve shirt. It was an all one romper set.
Was
His
his house
shoes
on
was nice
fire?
though.
I was
Wait,
getting
no,
ready to say,
hold
what
on.
kind of shoes did
Wait,
he
was
have
it a
on?
romper or a jumpsuit?
Is that a jumper or?
Like, what was it, like a button up? Like, I don't
It's like button
like
like
those
halfway
prison
up.
type
It
things?
buttoned halfway up. It was long sleeve and it had pants coming down. It was like, you know how
Like
y'all have,
pajamas?
you know how y'all have the pants that have like the little lines and the stretch waist.
Oh no.
It had
Oh,
the-
that's that is a
that's why I thought it was a
Yeah.
romper.
It's
It's
a
like a jean. It
romper.
was like a
Yes.
jean joint though.
Well, what
Listen,
does the shoes look
probably
like?
was from Fashion Over Men. I don't know, but still, yeah, it's off topic. But yeah, I seen
What,
one of those last
what
night.
shoes did he have on?
I ain't gonna front though. He did. His shoe game was pretty good because I mean I love me
Because
some
he
nice
spent all
shoes.
his money on the shoes. That's why he had that damn romper on.
I like the shoes. He had on some Taft wingtips. Those are some nice Tafts. Those are really the Tafts is some expensive shoes. So they were some nice
So he had on a
wingtips.
romper like he had just come from work. Like
He was at the. All right, I was
Yeah,
on.
like one of those mechanic suits, right?
No, yeah, but it was like designed like to like I don't know. This is crazy, but yeah, it
You
was.
said romper. I pictured like a short.
No, it was pants. It was pants.
He got to take it all the way off to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, he had to. He would have to. It was a one set.
Okay. What's your takeaway, sir?
Oh, marriage is beautiful when you have the right person to go through it with. Single life is about learning and growing, and men are from Mars and women are from Venus for a reason, because the communication between the two is very hard to get to reach each other. So we have to draw our planets together to get more better communication.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Dr. Armar.
I'm just saying, I'm out here just dropping these bombs out here.
I see.
Can't get one of Clue's bombs. Nah, but thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate
Yes.
it. And
Thanks for having us.
I just can't wait for the next session where we have two of y'all and two of the guys in
Yes,
here to have
that's
this.
coming up. There
This
will
is
be,
going to be.
Well, we got to do part
awesome.
2 of the guys first.
Yeah, we're gonna do the guys over because we messed up their time. Well, they messed up their time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get them one full hour in here to really talk and
Yes.
get into it.
Come on, guys, bring it.
That's right.
There it
That's right.
is.
That's right. And it is funny because all my boys, they all heard the show. Was like, yo, I missed that. I'm like, I asked you to come. You said you didn't want to do it.
Right.
And they're like, yo, you want to do another one? Because you got space for me? I'm like, nah, it's only 4, bro. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
But, you know, I just want to let y'all know, as time go on, we bring more guests up.
Yes.
We will have more topics to have people come in and sit with us and talk about. I think this
Yes.
is an absolute
I love
great
it.
start to the season.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for
me
signing up for
happy.
season 2. Go like, stream, subscribe. I think the videos are getting more likes now because it's
I'm
not just
putting them
us
on the
talking
right.
trash.
Yes.
And you putting them up right
yes, and
now.
I'm putting them up right. I'm
Okay,
putting them on the
good
right
job.
page because
Good.
I was putting the YouTube videos on my YouTube page instead of Tim's and Stilettos. So
Gotcha.
You had one
Moving on.
job. No, I'm just-
don't touch me. Anyways,
All right.
thank y'all so much for listening. We are back live on Sundays at 6 p.m.
Yes.
For
Are we
now,
starting this week or next week?
this week.
Okay.
Well, this will play after, but like,
So do you want to do it next week?
yeah, we'll do it next week. So not Sunday, 6 o'clock live on
Lives will be back,
Instagram.
yes.
Tim's _and_ stilettos is our
Handle.
Instagram. Yes.
Anybody got Instagram handles they want to give out? Or well, no, married women can't do it.
No,
Sorry,
no,
you're
no.
No,
taking-
because she has a business.
I have a
one.
business.
Okay.
I
Business.
have-
If you have business, you can give it out.
Yes, I have an organic skincare line.
Ooh.
So you can hit me on Instagram at Love My Skin Company.
Nice.
I don't have no Instagram to give out.
It's
Okay.
private.
It's private. There you go.
Business? No business?
Nope.
No?
She does have a business. She
She
hair.
does.
What's
But I'm
Y'all-
not promoting it right now.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. So
But thank
she
you.
do,
Next
but she
time
don't.
When we
Okay.
come back.
Yes,
All right.
yes,
Yeah.
when she come back. Well, Davina J Artistry is my handle. Do you know yours today?
Which one? Nah, Humble King 79.
Yes.
I remember it today.
Okay. And all streaming platforms?
Yes, all streaming platforms. We are a go, and I have another one about to upload to another one. So
shoot.
we are trying to expand a little bit more.
Okay, and thank you, Gotham Podcast. And
Always for reaching out and having us in the studios.
And we will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.